Good morning everyone and welcome to another Art of Crypto video. Today's markets, after a brief rally, has seen its prices decrease. For example, Bitcoin has fallen by 1.22%, Ethereum by 0.43%, and the markets are a mix of red and green. We are seeing some consolidation going on with some coins. Other coins are going up and others are going down. And by consolidation, I mean just sideways movement. For example, these three coins have gone up by less than 1%, which basically means that it hasn't moved at all, while others have gone up by 5% and 2% and negative 2.83%, which are significant movements. However, the global crypto market cap stands at 912 billion, and a few days ago it was below 850 billion, so a recuperation to 900 billion or above is a good sign. And the price of Bitcoin standing at above 20,000 is also a good sign, because 20,000 is the psychological level, and anything above that signifies that the markets are in a very micro bullish sentiment due to the fact that 2 to 3 days ago it was below 19,500. So there has been a mini rally, and you can see here that it's green for the last 7 days for Bitcoin, Ethereum, and BNB. Looking at the Bitcoin chart, let's zoom out a little bit. From the 19th of June until now, the prices have traded at an average of 20,000. You can see here that the prices have been trading along the $20,000 psychological level, not really moving or deviating away from it too much. The most it's gone to is about 22,000, and the least it's gone to is about 18,500. However, we can still consider it to be in the vicinity of this psychological level. And at the moment, it is trading a little bit above the $20,000 support level, and not a lot of headwind is taking place in terms of its upward movement, because for the last 1 to 2 days, it's been trading laterally along the line. So there hasn't been a lot of movement in the market. We know that the markets are precarious at the moment. The markets aren't moving at a great pace, and the market isn't reacting too positively to everything that's going on around the world, especially with the prices of everything going up, with inflation seeing all-time highs, with geopolitical risk, social unrest, economic risks now at very, very high levels. We have seen it permeating through riskier assets like cryptocurrencies, and seeing the industry seeing a downturn and seeing the industry heading for a downturn. We have seen decreases, but at the moment, not very much has been happening due to the fact that all of those negative news have been priced into the market, whereas we have seen this massive decrease in the price from about 30 something thousand to about 20,000. So at the moment, the markets are still very negative. The world is still in a very precarious position, so the markets continue to be depressed. Until a time we see this reversing, we don't expect the prices of Bitcoin or any other cryptocurrencies to rise significantly. Ethereum and Solana NFT marketplace wars heat up as firms acquire startups. So there seems to be a war unfolding, or let's say a battle between different NFT marketplaces to take the top position. There hasn't been a lot of NFT trading going on in the markets, but I think a lot of companies are seeing NFTs going big in the future, and they're making their investments early. They want to get in early, get that market share, and ensure that when times are finally good, they have the biggest chunk of the pie. So even amid a weakened NFT market over the last couple of months, top marketplace OpenSea has retained the dominant position in the space. But that first mover advantage could come under threat from rivals that are both expanding in numbers and also consolidating. And according to data, a lot of NFT marketplaces and aggregators have been acquired in recent months, potentially setting up what describes as a looming NFT marketplace war. So for example, OpenSea itself made the first big acquisition in recent months, acquiring NFT marketplace aggregator Gem in April 2022. So this move from OpenSea to purchase Gem might have been the first domino to fall, as a pair of other high-profile acquisitions followed from other major players. For instance, in June, Uniswap Labs, the creator of DeFi protocol and decentralized exchange Uniswap, acquired Gem's biggest rival Genie, which offers a similar feature set to Gem. So there is a silent cold war going on between Uniswap Labs and OpenSea, because once OpenSea acquired Gem, Uniswap went ahead and immediately acquired its biggest rival. So the move will set the largest DeFi protocol, Uniswap, now attempt to replicate the success in the NFT space. And one day after Uniswap acquired Genie, eBay, which is an online marketplace, acquired Known Origin, a long-running NFT marketplace. So now eBay has entered the NFT space, and Known Origin has given eBay the potential opportunity to quickly become a player in the NFT space. And the potential for changing tides in the NFT marketplace space is about more than just acquisitions. It's also about new entrants. For example, Magic Eden and X2Y2 have also entered this very competitive market. So Magic Eden currently dominates the Solana space with a market share of 90%, while OpenSea dominates the Ethereum NFT market space. So Magic Eden is also eyeing expansion into other blockchains, and DappRadar says that it already accounts for 10% of all NFT transactions. So Magic Eden is currently focused on Solana only, but it's eyeing other marketplaces as well, putting it in the mix to become one of the largest NFT marketplaces in the world, and potentially becoming the largest if other rivals can't keep up. So other big players like, for example, Coinbase also has its own NFT marketplace, and it was expected to disrupt the entire market. It makes waves, but so far it appears to have struggled to attract traders. And this is a fact that because the marketplace is already saturated with companies like Magic Eden and with OpenSea, Genie, and Gem, it's very hard for existing exchanges, NFT marketplaces such as Coinbase, to take hold, because Coinbase is mainly known as a crypto exchange and not a marketplace for NFTs. So people don't really trust it for NFTs, and they tend to rely more on companies or applications that are more focused on NFTs like OpenSea and Magic Eden. And it is a fact that NFTs are still selling despite falling prices and significantly diminished trading volumes amid the crypto market crash. So there is still potential for fierce competition between platforms, and it's very important to keep an eye on this space because it's going to be huge going forward. So the Ethereum merge moves one step closer following the Sepolia trial run. Today, another one of Ethereum's testnets, Sepolia, executed its own merge and made the switch to proof of stake. So we all know that at the moment Ethereum is proof of work, just like Bitcoin, so you need to mine in order to get Ethereum. But with the merging coming along and progressing very well, it will see Ethereum moving from a proof of stake platform to a proof of work platform, where it, instead of mining Ethereum, investors or holders will need to stake their Ethereum to get new Ethereum as rewards. And this will save in a lot of electricity, it will make transactions a lot faster, and it will make gas fees drop like crazy. So it is a positive change or a positive merge for the entire Ethereum ecosystem. And remember that we are speaking about Sepolia, which is a testnet, and a testnet is short for test network, which allows those using a blockchain to try out the new tech before it launches on its main network or mainnet. And this is very important with public networks such as Ethereum, because developers can ensure that upgrades work smoothly, there are no hiccups, and people don't lose their money. So Ethereum developers have now tested the merge on two public testnets, Ropsten and today's Sepolia, and the next test, and the last test, will take place on the Goerli testnet. After that, the Ethereum mainnet moves across, meaning that the entire network will securely be merged and be using a proof of stake blockchain, and the proof of work, which is being currently used now, will be phased out. So with the success of Sepolia and the expected merge of Goerli in the next few weeks or months, means that the merge is now expected to be fully completed before the end of the year, which is a positive news for the Ethereum network and everyone that uses Ethereum. Voyager stock plummets by nearly 12% as they file for bankruptcy. So Voyager Digital has become the second high-profile crypto firm to file for bankruptcy in recent days, joining the Singapore-based Three Arrow Capitals in doing so. Per the bankruptcy filing, Voyager had more than 100,000 creditors between $1 and $10 billion in assets, with the same range for its liabilities. And Voyager stock plunged by 12% as the news broke that they're filing for bankruptcy. And why they're filing for bankruptcy is because last month, the company revealed that it had $661 million worth of exposure to Three Arrows Capital, which is a crypto hedge fund that failed to meet margin calls from several lenders and eventually filed for bankruptcy 4 days ago. And this is very important because if they had so much exposure to a company that is now bankrupt, that means that they have lost that much liquidity. And if they have lost that much liquidity, it means that they cannot meet their obligations to their traders. Because of that, they have to file for bankruptcy because they're no longer solvent or liquid. And it's interesting because a lot of these major crypto firms are now filing for bankruptcy in the crypto bear market. And hopefully this will teach other crypto firms not to over leverage, not to take excessive risks, because excessive risks during a bull market due to overconfidence has caused these type of companies to go bust. ProShares Bitcoin short ETF grows over 300% in 1 week. So the ProShares Bitcoin short ETF, which allows users to become exposed to Bitcoin and make a profit if the price actually goes down, which is the opposite of a long Bitcoin ETF. This ETF grew by 306% last week, firmly cementing its place as the second largest Bitcoin ETF in the US. So the BITI, which is the ProShares Bitcoin short ETF, now holds a net short exposure equivalent to 3,811 Bitcoin, up from just 937 Bitcoin on June 27, an increase by 4 times in the last 10 days. And it's incredible to think about it because this could mean that people are having negative sentiments on Bitcoin because they're putting their money to short Bitcoin. They're betting that the price of Bitcoin will go down. But people's mind can go to rest because BT, or the short Bitcoin ETF, is barely more than 10% of the size of the long Bitcoin ETF. And it could mean that ETF investors still prefer long exposure to Bitcoin. And in the long term, it means that people are still believing that Bitcoin is going to go up rather than down. And with that, we come to the end of today's video. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like, hit the subscribe button, and share this video with your family and friends. Invest wisely, and cheers.